Hey everybody, this is Mr. Gzilla, and haven't done a video in a long time because I couldn't log on to my YouTube account, but I finally remembered my password yesterday, I think, and so now here's a review of some of the Green Lantern rings I have. These two I made myself, and I have a whole lot more over there that weren't as good, but I've made some that glow in the dark, but I've sold all of those, so these are just my normal versions. They're pretty nice. They're about size 11. No, it's not right hand, but fits on my left hand middle finger perfectly. And these are the Toys R Us rings that I have modified. This one I probably modified the least. I took the kind of dark, I guess gunmetal type color off of the band, so it's chrome, and I left the black paint in the detail areas, and I replaced the gem with one that I got from Michaels, I think, and I lined the underneath of the gem, the top, whatever you want to call it, with crumpled up tinfoil, and then filled the entire thing with E6000 glue, I think it is, to give it kind of, I guess, a look like it's not hollow, and it came out pretty nice. It's a really shiny, it's got all the kind of fake weathering type bumps in the plastic that I didn't really like. But it's nice and shiny, and it's cool to wear around sometimes. It's actually the same size as the ones I made, size 11. And then this one, I sanded down all of the fake bumps. As you can see, it's smooth. And I sanded down the outside of the gem that came with it and added a metal ring around it that I guess I got it off of like a pen, I think. But, and then I stripped all of the paint off of the band, so it's all shiny, and filled in the plastic piece with the E6000 glue, and also added the tinfoil underneath it. And it's my favorite Toys R Us ring. I have another one that I'm working on right now. It's kind of like the second one I showed you, I guess, but with the black paint still on it. I still haven't done the band or the jewel for the inside of it. I cut the hole in the middle. But one more thing about this is the hole goes all the way through. So I took the gem out and kind of wrapped it with not tape, but I can't remember what I wrapped it with, but I poured glow-in-the-dark resin inside of it. So this ring, the center jewel will actually glow in the dark, which is pretty cool. I wore it to the premiere, and the whole time during the movie, my ring was glowing. So that was pretty cool. People, a couple people asked me questions about it and stuff like that. But yeah, you just hold it up to a light and let it stay there for a while. Let's see. Now, can't really see it. I don't know, you gotta let it sit there for in front of the light for a while. But the ring that is my favorite is the DC Direct movie Green Lantern Power Ring Prop Replica. And I got this from my comic shop a couple days ago, and comes in a nice padded case. And this ring, it's cool because this was cast off of the ring that was actually worn by Ryan Reynolds in the movie, and it's just got a couple of changes to it. The inside, the ring he wore in the movie had a hole right behind the gem, kind of like this one does, except not filled in with resin, so that the sunlight, when he wasn't wearing it, could go through the ring and actually kind of light it up. And cheap way to give it that effect. But this ring actually like doesn't need it, because I don't know if there's something behind the gem in this, or what, but it kind of looks like it has an LED in it. Just wearing it around. But if you can see, it has some of the weathering that I guess the Toys R Us ring was trying to copy, but it looks much better. And there isn't any on the face, so it looks nice and clean. And it has a gold ring around it. And in the movie, it has a silver ring, I think, but it looks gold most of the time because of reflections or whatever. So I think it looks pretty nice. And it's the same size as size 11. It's the same size worn by Ryan Reynolds. And the texture on the band is much nicer than the DC Direct, or the Toys R Us rings. Kind of overdoes it and makes it look kind of cheap. But, so yeah, it looks really nice. And this is probably the most accurate we're going to get, other than the, who was it? This is the Replica Prop Forum. It's a great site for props and pretty much whatever. It's kind of, this is the promotional ring. They, I can't remember if they sold this or just gave it away. If you can see, the texture on the band really isn't that great, and the actual top on it, that's it compared to both the Toys R Us, the DC Direct rings. It's kind of flat and squarish looking, so it's definitely not the best. But this was the box it came in. The box is definitely great. I've seen a couple of these on eBay, and they've been going for around $200 or $300, so that's pretty pricey for a ring that doesn't look that great. But if I could remember what company was making the ring as well, I don't know, maybe I'll put a link to it in the description or something like that, but it looks kind of weird. The face of the ring is much smaller than this, and the sides, as you can tell, they're kind of bent outward a little bit, but this new one, it goes from, like, maybe it starts like right there and bends out to the same point as this, so it looks really weird look. So I think this is the best quality ring we're going to get, other than custom rings that people make. I know Bad Jeepster, he makes some crazy good rings that even light up, so they're really nice, just a little too expensive for me. So yeah, I think my next video will go back to Godzilla, and I will review this. It's well, you'll see in the next video. So I guess I'll see you guys later.